All right, folks, we had a minor problem. The iPhone overheated. Oh, man. Yeah, we want this. Sorry about that. I want to thank Pat, who walked me through with the directions. It just cut out. It just cut out. It actually overheated a little bit. So, but we're back, and we should be right at the scene in just a moment. So I apologize to everyone. There was obviously nothing I could do. And just a tip in going forward, I got to be careful of heat with that type of situation. So we are really close. I could have taken that right. Yeah, Amflex. Shit. But we'll see what we can find up here. Again, I apologize, everyone. This is part 2. I should have gone Amflex. We'll do the best we can. It's a huge truck right there. Okay. Whoa. Okay, so we have made it to the other side. All right. Folks, share, get back, everyone, anyone else who was watching. We're going to go on foot in just a moment. Let's see. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, stuck a little bit. I want to get up to that mobile station. I could park at Bank RI. Okay. Let's see if I can get around here. I could use the Juan light. I don't know if I'm going to, though. Okay. Mobile station should be good. Good. Okay. This is right where we're going. All right. Folks, we are still on the scene live stream. All right. This is round 2. New angle. Let's see what we see. Whoa. All right, folks, share that you are watching. Again, it's still Juan. We had a minor mishap, but it's bound to happen. This is a much different view. We're going to try to get to that area right over on your right. All right, they're all going to have to go left. Whoa. I should have gone. Thank you to Pat. I'm going to go this way. All right, you can see them right over there on the grass. Well, this is a much different angle. There's far more of where the car is. We got a full crime scene over on this side. Okay. There's Cranston Police. All right, so there is some media over here. Everyone realized a little bit limited on the other side. And here we are. Much better. In shade. Oh, wow. Hey.
Watch out for the sheep.
Hey, Danielle. Oh, wow. Let's see who we see.
We're here on Plainfield Pike, just west of I-205.
Oh, there's the vehicle. Folks, share that you are watching. Boy, okay, so there's his vehicle. I want to double check that just a second. See if we see anyone familiar on scene. I told you his license plate. Yep, that's the license plate right there. Folks, that is the, you can see a lot of the bullet holes. Boy, it's still right there. That was the suspect's vehicle. Share that you're watching. Again, it is Juan. What it's like on the other side. Now, again, it's tough. You see who we see. We have some officers right up here with police. I see the mayor. There's Mayor Hopkins. We'll see if we can get his attention. But there's the suspect's vehicle. Now, that is an emergency Providence vehicle right there. Oh, is there going to be a briefing? No. There's the captain. Who do I see? I'm not sure. I think that's Captain Carnival. Cranston, that is Mayor Hopkins. And you can see, boy, full crime scene with all of the police cars still right on scene. Folks, again, you're watching live coverage. So you can see the, oh, okay, okay. Folks, they want us back with everyone else. Sure. Understood. Folks, you can see where the police, though, all came to the conclusion right there. I see Cranston Police, I see Cranston Police. Folks, this is Cranston Police on the scene. We are in Cranston, and it was Cranston Police that apparently took them out. So it looks like we're gonna be here for a while. Well, they're gonna be here for a while.
Anyway, I put a clamp up here already. Just in case. on staff. Congratulations.
Intern, don't insult her like that.
There was another woman as an intern.
Oh, yes. Annika. Juan.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
You look nothing like her.
Yeah, it's true.
It's okay. I'll take intern for the rest of my life. Not by based on the way I act.
Oh, all right.
I'll take it.
Yeah, well,
Just like I
there's
still
that.
hopefully get carded people. So, but anyway.
Folks, again, very active scene here. Let's see if we can locate anybody from the home team. Look at how they converged. Look at how they converged up onto the hill. Can we bring it back just a little bit? Converged up onto the hill. And it looks like they boxed him right in. We're not sure how he ended up like that. Unless he got hit. But it sounds like Cranston Police, folks, thumbs up. Sounds like Cranston Police lit him up. Okay, thank you, Roberta. Yes. All right, again, right now it's 11:47. Big shout out to Pat, who guided us over here. So we have, this is a Cranston Police scene, though. This is a Cranston Police scene. Now, we don't know, we have not heard if there have been any officers.
How long did it take you to get here, John? I'm talking to you.
From the other side?
Yeah, it took me like 20 minutes. It's crazy.
A little bit shorter.
Yeah.
Do we know about do we have a working timeline on a press conference? No?
Yeah, no. Yes, sir.
Folks, that's Mayor Hopkins. And I'm not sure all the other officials and officers.
Oh, with the one dressed up.
Well, that's
I need to know these characters. Covered and stuff.
yeah. As I said yesterday,
Is Steve Danbrook.
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Is the mayor's chief of staff. I do not see Commander Padalano or the chief as of yet. Folks, thank you. Yes. Thank you for the stars, folks. Again, it's been a very eventful Wednesday morning. It's all part of On the Scene live stream. But it's Cranston Police that brought this to an end. Yeah. 3 dead, including the suspect.
Yeah, okay. Blue khaki? Right there. The blue and khaki? Okay. Yes, straight. Okay.
We'll say hello.
Yeah.
Do you identify who a lot of them are?
He's been giving me
Oh.
a rundown.
The who's who.
Well, it's
They're walking this way.
it's
Is that
I
Facebook Live or?
yes,
Okay.
it's Mayor Hopkins. It's oh, maybe we are going to have a briefing.
They're coming this way.
Oh wow! All right, folks, bear with me. We don't have the full, powerful mics. Damn it! It's Chief Perez as well.
I'm going to plug in the backpack into Ryan's
Okay. Let's see what we have. Folks, share that you're watching. Again, we're about to get, it looks like an update I see the Chief of Police from Providence. Perez is Major Padalano. Can you, Chief, can you come right over here? Come over here? Yeah.
Oh, no, that's fine. Not to worry.
This is Major Padalano. Hi, Chief. There's the Chief of Johnston. There's Colonel Winquist, folks.
That's a good thing.
And as you guys come up, if
That's
you just
State
identify
Police
who you
as
are,
well?
who you're with,
Oh, okay.
viewers at home. Colonel Michael Winquist, Cranston Police Department.
Mark Vieira, Chief of Police for the Johnston Police Department.
Colonel Oscar Perez, Providence Police.
All right.
Colonel Darnell Weaver, Brown City Police.
Thank you, Colonel.
Eddie Golson, Deputy Attorney General.
Want to get Steve up there?
Danbrook, Attorney General's office.
Yeah.
Commander Padalano, Kramer.
Yes, behind me, this guy is Major Padalano and Lieutenant Colonel Kramer.
All right.
As well. So, about 9:28 a.m. this morning, we received an alert from the Johnston Police Department that there was a homicide in their town. We received information about the suspect vehicle and a description of the suspect as well, and his name. An off-duty Cranston Police dispatcher was in a cemetery, St. Anne's Cemetery in Cranston, in which time he spotted the suspect vehicle and suspect. The suspect was seated in his vehicle at that time. Multiple Cranston police officers responded to the cemetery. When they arrived, the suspect drove at these police officers head-on towards their vehicles, nearly striking them. As a pursuit took place after that incident, with multiple Cranston police officers involved, as well as some members of the Providence Police Department task force. The chase went into multiple towns, including Providence, Cranston, and Johnston. It proceeded down here to Plainfield Pike, and as the suspect drove, he swerved at several police vehicles, striking the Cranston Police vehicle. At some point, he was traveling the wrong way down Plainfield Pike. He was on the opposite side of the road. He also turned back to the right side of the road and jumped the center median shortly behind him. At some point, he lost control of his vehicle and he struck a rock where his car became disabled. Multiple Cranston police officers and a Providence police officer detective approached, formed a perimeter, and ordered the suspect out of the vehicle. This lasted a matter of minutes. The suspect eventually did exit the vehicle, brandishing a firearm, a handgun, which he pointed at the officers. At that point, the officers fired, killing the suspect. The suspect is identified as James Harrison, age 52, of 4 Legion Court in Johnston. As in any officer-involved shooting, the Attorney General's protocol is invoked, and that's what's going on here now. So multi-jurisdictional investigation is underway, involving all the departments that were involved, Providence, Cranston, as well as the Attorney General's office and State Police. That investigation is ongoing. This incident was captured on officer's body camera video, which we'll be reviewing as part of the investigation. There's also a bystander who was in a vehicle, and a detective was able to get her out of the vehicle and out of harm's way, and she also had videotaped this incident. So we do have multiple videos. Fortunately, and most fortunately, not a single officer was injured. They're in the process of being evaluated at the hospital, but no apparent injuries at this time. As you can imagine, it's a traumatic incident. It's a person that's deceased, and these officers did the best they could to protect themselves from the public, and I'm proud of their actions, and we're going to continue to investigate with the multi-jurisdictional team.
Colonel, do you know how many officers required treatment in the hospital?
I don't have an exact number. We sent several officers there just to be evaluated.
Okay. And we had heard reports there were maybe as many as 50 shots fired out at this scene. Is that your understanding?
We know multiple shots were fired. We don't have a number. That's part of the investigation.
Was one person medevaced to a hospital?
No, there's nobody medevac to my knowledge.
Colonel, at St. Anne's, was it an officer that spotted the vehicle because of the bolo that went out?
There was an off-duty dispatcher who radioed in to Cranston Police headquarters, which caused the officers to respond and try to engage the suspect.
How dangerous a situation was this?
Well, obviously, anytime there's handguns involved and rounds being fired, it's always a dangerous situation. That's why we're very fortunate that nobody was injured and the suspect was killed at this location.
Mr. Harrison brandished a handgun?
That's correct.
Okay.
What officer from which department fired the shot?
We're not going to name the officers at this time. I can tell you officers from Cranston Police Department, several officers, as well as the Providence Police Department, believe that fired rounds at the suspect.
And you mentioned this is a multi-agency investigation. Who is the lead? Is it the AG's office that's kind of the lead focus on this?
Yes, the state police and attorney generals, and because we have people that are involved in it, will assist. Will be an assisting role.
And this ties in with the Johnston shooting?
That's correct, and Chief Vieira is here. He can speak to that particular incident, unless you have more questions for me.
Just, Colonel, do you believe the handgun that he pointed at police here in Cranston, was that the same handgun used in the Johnston incident?
That's part of the investigation. We do not know.
Okay.
Any other questions for me?
Can we ask Colonel Vieira?
Was Mr. Harrison known to law enforcement before this? Did he have a previous criminal history, anything like that?
I'll let Chief Vieira answer that question as well.
Okay.
Thank you. Chief, remind us your first name?
Mark Vieira,
Mark,
Chief of Police,
right.
Johnson Police Department. So at 7:30, around 7:30 this morning, officers responded to Lygian Court in Johnston after we received 2 911 calls of shots fired in the area. Upon arrival, officers located 3 shooting victims, 2 of which were deceased, and 1 was a 15-year-old juvenile female who sustained non-threatening injuries, non-life-threatening injuries. The suspect was no longer on scene, so it was at that time that we put the bolo out to surrounding agencies with the vehicle that he was operating in his description as well as the photo.
And we had just been asking the chief for Cranston, Mr. Harrison, was he known to the Johnston Police Department? Did he have a criminal history, things of that nature?
So to my knowledge, he did not have a criminal record in Rhode Island, and we never arrested him for any criminal offense.
Chief, were Johnston Police called to that neighborhood last night on a report of some nature?
Yeah, so that's part of the ongoing investigation. I'm not going to comment on that right now.
Fair to say this is a domestic situation?
That's still under investigation.
Really? All right. And
as far as the relationship, it was the neighbors.
The neighbor, right?
Yes.
the neighbor, I'm sorry, neighbor what?
The suspect in this case
Is a neighbor
was a
of-
neighbor of one of the shooting victims next door.
Right.
You don't know the nature of that dispute.
I do not.
What
Still under investigation.
what time were police called to that street last night for that, do you know?
Around
Approximately?
midnight.
Around midnight?
Yes.
Okay. And can you tell us, what was his demeanor at midnight when Johnston Police responded?
I'm not aware, and it's still part of the
Okay.
ongoing investigation.
Had there been...
The victims of the scene in Johnston?
I'm sorry?
Can you speak to the victims of the scene in Johnston?
Have I?
Yeah, well, yeah. Can you speak to that further?
The victim? Yeah, so it was 2 adults. One was located in the residence at number 2, Legion Court. There was another adult victim located at number 4, which is also the residence of the suspect. And the third victim was the 15-year-old juvenile out of number 2, where she also resided.
Chief, can I just ask you, who made the phone call that brought police to the street last night? Was it just someone in the neighborhood, or was it specifically...
Residence of number 2, Legion Court.
Okay.
Yes.
I don't know who can speak to this, but this is pretty chaotic in terms of, traffic and roads blocked off. Chief, how long is this scene going to be active here? Are we going to expect this to affect rush hour traffic tonight? Will this be bleeding over into tomorrow morning? I mean, just describe to me what kind of the steps are throughout your day to gather information.
Yeah, it could potentially affect traffic later on. I mean, they have to follow the protocol and do a thorough investigation. That's multi-agency. So.
anybody Anybody else want to add anything?
Excuse me, Chief, do we know how many gunshots were fired at the scene of the crime this morning? What were you looking at
We
that
do
scene?
not. We do not. This time, I don't know.
Can we get Chief Perez to
Like that is that
Colonel Wheeler, you can step up to the.
step up?
is that there is no danger to the public. This is an isolated and contained scene, so there's no danger to the public.
Can we get Chief Perez just to step up about the pursuit through Providence this morning?
Yes, we got a call earlier today in the city of Providence about a pursuit fired down by Cranston Police. Obviously, you heard about the incident that occurred in Johnston. It's unfortunate. My heart goes out. My condolences to the families. This is a multi-jurisdictional investigation. Like Colonel Winkler, I think, covered pretty much everything that occurred this morning. But I'll tell you, the best thing is that our officers are okay. The officers are okay. And the person that was responsible for this incident is dead and is killed. So to that point, I just got to say the outstanding police work that occurred today, the effort and the cooperation between ourselves, the state police, the Attorney General's office, and that's what we do when incidents like this happen that shock the conscience. We take action, and that's what happened today. The heroes were the officers that responded and were able to do their job.
Gotcha.
Professional job.
Can we get a rep from the AG's office to
Yeah.
kind of walk us through what happens next? Because obviously this is through multiple towns. State police is now involved. Your office is involved. Could you just identify your title, your name and title for?
Sure. Peggy Goldstein, Deputy Attorney General. As Chief Winkler said earlier, because this is an officer-involved shooting, the Attorney General's review protocol has been invoked, and we are leading and involved in this investigation together with the state police, with the cooperation of the Providence Police Department, Cranston Police Department, and Johnson Police Department. So we just go through the investigation. It's going to be thorough. We have multiple prosecutors involved in it already and on the scene. The Chief of the Criminal Division, Steve Dambrook, is one of the first on the scene here today. And we're just going to do what we need to do.
And what's the timeline?
I cannot speak to that. Thanks.
Anybody else? Thank you.
Anybody else have anything? Thank you.
All right,
Appreciate
folks,
it.
again, there was a lot there. Again, it is Juan. Just wrapping up. I apologize if the sound was a little faint. Boost that up a little bit later. Folks, it is so tough in a quick situation like that. And we're going to let TV do their thing. But I want to, we're going to step out and let the television stations do their thing. And I apologize, folks. I know that, let me just come over, say hello to everybody. Folks, good morning, everybody. Let me just check the time. It is 1. You can see that's behind me. 12:03. It has been, yeah, I know. It has been quite a morning. I want to thank Roberta Farrell. I want to thank Ann, everybody, Carmine. This is not easy. Thank you for all the stars and everyone. I'll have to go back and listen. I apologize if the sound was a little faint. As many of you know, we have that booming microphone. But as I was bolting to get over here and get to the side, I just have the mics that you're hearing right now. So I apologize if it was faint. Yeah, I know. He's not here. So, folks, right now it is, 12:04. We're going to wrap up our coverage. I'm going to have a lot more later. Again, thank you, everybody. We're going to sign off from Cranston.